This video is made for entertainment review and storytelling purposes only. All clips and images belong to their respective owners.
10 strangers from different walks of life respond to a mysterious job, offer promising huge pay for a one-week experiment, only to find themselves locked inside an underground facility under constant surveillance. What begins as a psychological study quickly turns into a deadly game when one of them is murdered, and the group realizes they must identify and eliminate the supposed killer to survive. As suspicion, greed, and fear consume them, alliances crumble and morality fades, leaving Yuki, a struggling freelancer, to uncover the dark truth behind the experiment. A cruel test designed to expose how far humans will go when survival is on the line. Welcome to the movie's park. The protagonist of the film is a struggling freelancer, Yuki. While in a desperate search for a job one day, he is approached by an old friend, Anna. She tells him about an amazing opportunity to earn $1 million in a week. Although the announcement looks sketchy, they decide to go through with the admission process just to see where it leads. A few days later, both Yuki and Anna are in a car with a bunch of other contestants who also applied for the job. They are taken to a bunker-like building in the middle of nowhere. They walk inside, hoping to find an explanation, but the building turns out to be completely empty. A robotic voice then reveals that they will be living together for the next week under heavy camera surveillance with no phones or computers. All they have to do is survive for the week and take home the $1 million prize at the end. This movie is based on a true Mr. Beast video. None of the contestants understand the task completely, but they agree to take part in it nonetheless. A final announcement gives them one last chance to walk away, but no one does. Instead, they walk further inside a dining hall, and the door closes behind them, starting day one. On a wall nearby is a timer that shows how long the participants have left to stay in the house. Beneath that is another set of numbers that no one understands. They assume it is unimportant and decide to focus on the food on the table. The participants notice 10 dolls placed on the table representing 10 of them. A man named Asako suggests they introduce themselves to know each other better. It turns out that he is a doctor who has also brought his wife, Wakana, so the two can win double the amount of money. Next is a college student named Maki, also here for the cash. Fuji is the oldest woman in the group, and Ando is a mysterious alcoholic who doesn't talk much. Everyone introduces themselves, except for a beautiful girl named Misei and a young man, Iwai. In the end, Hiro introduces himself. He is the talkative one who keeps the conversation going. Their conversation is then interrupted by a robotic noise coming from one of the dolls. The participants are introduced to the robot attached to the ceiling, responsible for punishing the ones who don't follow the rules. The set of rules says that everyone will be given a room according to a number assigned to them, but no one is allowed to come out of their rooms after 10 p.m. If someone breaks the rules and the robot finds them, they will be eliminated. The group questions what elimination means, but they get no answer. According to the second rule, if someone commits a crime, everyone in the house must work together to solve it. One detective will point fingers at who they think the criminal is. Then everyone will vote their verdict and eliminate the alleged criminal. The detective who solves the case will get a bonus if they survive till the end. Lastly, the game will end at the end of the week, or when only 2 survivors are left. The group grows nervous upon hearing the last rule, but Yuki calms them. He claims that if they live peacefully, no one will be harmed, and they will all get the prize money. A while later, the old woman and Misei are cleaning up the dishes when talkative Hiro comes to them with a theory. He claims that he recognizes the old woman from TV and asks if she's a serial killer. The old woman nervously laughs, but the comment is enough to make Misei suspicious. Somewhere else, we find out that Asako lied about being a doctor to make people trust him. He and his wife, Wakana, talk about their plan when they are interrupted by Hiro approaching them with another claim, saying that Iwai is a serial killer. Hiro could be a bit more creative with these theories, but it's clear he's trying to stir up drama by making people suspicious of each other. His real motive is still unknown. In the second hallway, Ando finds bloodstains on the wall. He assumes the game has been played before by another group. When the clock strikes 10, everyone goes into their rooms to avoid being caught by the robot. Yuki finds a chest by his bed and opens it out of curiosity. Inside is a fire poker and a note asking him to kill a person with it. Yuki quickly closes the chest and goes to sleep. Scared, the next morning he is woken up by Anna, who reveals that every room has a chest with the same message, but a different weapon. Some contestants may decide to use their weapons, which means everyone must be careful. Suddenly, a scream from the hallway startles everyone. It turns out someone used their gun and killed Hiro with 5 bullets in his body. Everyone is shocked except Iwai, who laughs to himself, making the group believe he is the culprit. A scared Yuki tries to run away, but the only door to the outside world is tightly shut. The group now has to investigate who the killer is, knowing it's one of them. The guard carries Hiro's dead body to a room filled with 8 coffins for the 8 people who are about to be eliminated. Hiro is thrown into one of the coffins before the robot asks everyone to start the investigation. If the criminal is found, the detective, the criminal, and the family of the dead will get double the prize money. Asako accuses Iwai of killing Hiro because he thought he was a serial killer. The fact that he laughed when he saw the body only adds to their suspicion. Yuki takes Iwai's side and tells everyone to show their weapons before pointing fingers. The one who has a gun will automatically be the culprit. The plan sounds good, but the rest refuse because showing their weapons would put them in danger. Eventually, Iwai gets the majority vote and is declared the criminal. The robot picks him up and throws him into a coffin. Upon returning to his room, Yuki opens his chest again and is shocked to see a gun inside. The killer has swapped his weapon to frame Yuki. He hides it, scared of being blamed. Then the group checks Iwai's weapon and finds it empty. They assume this means the killer is still among them. A while later, Yuki meets Anna in the kitchen and tells her about the gun, insisting that he is being framed. Anna believes he is a good person and trusts him. On his way back, Yuki finds the old woman in Anna's room going through her stuff. She thinks Anna is the killer, but is proven wrong when she finds no gun in her chest. At night, Yuki checks the gun again and finds out it isn't missing any bullet. Confused, he counts them repeatedly and realizes Hiro wasn't killed with that gun. At the same time, the old woman decides to play detective. She walks around looking for the killer, but is killed by a nail that hits her forehead. The camera moves, showing the killer is Misei. The next day, when the body is found, all blame falls on Anna, since everyone knew the old woman suspected her. They think it was revenge, even though Anna insists she's innocent. Yuki also takes her side, making Asako believe he's part of her plan. He pulls out a knife, telling everyone to back off and let the culprit be punished. Ando tries calming the situation, but is accused of being the killer. He reveals that 6 months ago, his son left home, saying he had found a gig that pays a lot of money. He never returned, which is why Ando joined this game, to find out what happened. The rest understand his reason, and the conflict dies down. That night, Ando comes to Yuki's room and shares his discovery. The robot moves only clockwise and rests for 10 minutes before each round. That means if they walk behind it, they can roam freely without being caught. The group decides to keep watch in pairs every night. Anna and Yuki take the first shift, and while on guard, Anna confesses she has started to like Yuki. Busy confessing their love, they do not notice the robot turning in the opposite direction. It nearly catches them, but they hide in time. Later, Wakana is late for her watch, so Yuki decides to stay with Misei to help. Meanwhile, in the coffin room, Wakana and Asako are having fun together. Suddenly, Wakana recalls her duty, runs out, and while Asako is alone, the ceiling moves and crushes him. The next morning, everyone finds out about his death. Devastated, Wakana vows to kill whoever did it. Suddenly, the ceiling moves again, and everyone runs outside. They find Maki, holding a remote controlling the ceiling. He says he found it on the floor and was testing it, but no one believes him. In panic, he pulls out his crossbow. Everyone steps back except Wakana, who hits him with a battle axe, later taking her own life. With 3 deaths in a row, only 4 survivors are left. It's revealed that the strange numbers on the wall show the number of people watching the live stream. Yuki is furious that millions are watching them die for entertainment, but can do nothing. Later, Misei and Anna are making tea when Misei secretly adds a drug. She tells them she has a sick son back home and needs money for his treatment, which is why she's ready to kill for it. At night, when Yuki visits Misei, his body suddenly stops moving. Misei says she drugged everyone with a muscle relaxant. "You won't die," she says, "but you'll probably poop yourself." She tries to kill Yuki, but he pushes her away and runs. The robot spots them, warns them to go back, and kills Misei in the commotion. The next morning, as the drug wears off, the three survivors gather again. Misei's death looks similar to Hiro's. Yuki realizes Hiro's death was staged to start drama. Hiro was a planted spy, meant to provoke chaos. He volunteered to die so his family could get his share. No one would have died if they had worked together. The robot announces Yuki has earned double the prize for solving Hiro's case. Yuki places his gun on the table, followed by Ando with his screwdriver, to show trust. However, Anna refuses. On the morning of day 6, Yuki sees Ando with his gun, but he puts it away, so Yuki ignores it. On the final day, Yuki wakes in a good mood but finds all weapons missing. He runs to Anna's and Ando's rooms, but finds no one. He notices the prison door open, meaning Iwai escaped. He finds Ando's body in a coffin and loses control. Iwai grabs him in a chokehold. It turns out the ceiling remote was his weapon, and he killed Asako. The college kid was blamed because he later found the remote. Shockingly, Iwai doesn't have the gun and claims he didn't kill Ando either. With only 4 minutes left, Yuki and Iwai fight for the screwdriver. Iwai is about to kill Yuki before Anna appears with a gun. She's about to shoot, but Yuki stops her, remembering Ando said he made changes to the gun. During the struggle, Iwai grabs the gun, fires, and dies in the explosion. Finally, Yuki and Anna are declared survivors. The door opens, and a man hands Yuki his prize money. Even though Anna is left without any, she doesn't seem upset. She reveals she was part of the game too. Like Hiro, sent to cause conflict, she admits she put the gun in Yuki's chest and released Iwai, but she couldn't let Yuki die. After this revelation, Anna drives away. In the final scene, Ando walks out of the building alive. He pretended to die to stay safe. On the way back to the city, Yuki throws away the money, not wanting to be part of the sick game anymore. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like, share it with your friends, and subscribe to The Movies Park.
This video is made for entertainment review and storytelling purposes only. All clips and images belong to their respective owners.